I'm sure you're thinking by the title of this video that I'm going to say that smartphones and tablets will no longer exist, or desktop computers. No, that's not true. But I think that the smart glasses will take over the game. And the main reason for that is because you can already take pictures, you can take videos on them, you can listen to music. And this isn't the most important thing, but it's second. You can talk on the phone with them and you don't need to use your hands, and it's very clear to listen. In fact, I think it's way better than Siri, if you ask me, when you tell Siri to call someone, because sometimes Siri doesn't always respond, but with the smart glasses, they will in a heartbeat. It's kind of nice. And that is another valuable thing. And the other thing is too, is when we get old, our sight goes, we lose our sight a little bit, and we're gonna have to put new lenses anyway. So it works all ways, and for all we know, they may come up with something to make sure we don't have to get eyeglasses anymore. That's another interesting thing to think about. Or it could be compatible with the brain. I don't know. Technology always finds a way to make things more advanced and make things work. But what I'm going to get into is why it's going to be. So I think it's going to be like the more hip trend. Like the millennials will probably still be new to the smart glasses as we get older, but when I'm trying to think, I don't know what the one after Gen Z is, but I think they're all going to be using smart glasses and talking on the phone with them. In fact, I don't think we'll be seeing much of people looking at their phones as they're talking to their friends all the time or showing memes on Instagram. I think what they'll be doing is communicating more and being more open, and like being more open with people, if you know what I mean. That's another thing I could see happening. But the thing is, it's going to be very beneficial to the elderly, and it's going to take a big weight off the shoulders for the parents we have to take care of, obviously. Because like, say they have a fall or an injury, they can say, call 911 or call my kids. And I think it'll basically save a lot of lives. That's the biggest thing of it all. But anyway, that is why I think they're going to take over, is for making sure that families are happier, safer. And it's like I said, you just have to say play music or whatnot, and it's going to play the music, or it's going to say, call someone or take a video. And also, when you get old, like, your hands move slower, so your voice will not be as slow, luckily. I mean, that's debatable, but I think all that said and done, it's going to make life easier for the elderly. So that concludes why I believe that smart glasses will take over the game. And I think it is something to invest in at some point. I mean, it's a debate, because on the stock market right now, Meta, which is the biggest producer of smart glasses, them and Ray-Ban, I mean, I think Google and Apple will compete over that, maybe even Samsung. But all that said and done, that is why I believe they'll take over. But the thing is, Meta is kind of like up and down with the stock market today, but it is something to invest in. And honestly, Google's another good one to invest in. Apple probably, if you're thinking about stocks. But I do think Meta is going to be the biggest producer for a while, and I think they have a lot of key things to help them get more advanced and better. And actually, I do believe that Meta is going to compete with Google and Apple at some point. So that is why we should keep an eye out for that as an investor. But anyway, yeah, the reason they're going to take over, and to remember this, is it's going to help the elderly. And like I said, when we get older, our body isn't up to shape, and some things you just don't know happen, like a stroke, or you get it. But anyway, yeah, that is why they're going to take over the game.